Fourth shot of this video. It's quite funny. People keep coming in and out of my house and therefore ruining the video. So, without further ado, this is the survival kit video from my former survival bug out bag, whatever you call it, video that discussed all the outdoorsy stuff. This is that survival kit, or the first aid video that I promised. This is not the gold standard. I'm not professional. I do not claim to be. I just found what works for me. I've experimented, I've seen firsthand, I've learned without having stuff. So this is what I use currently. You can adjust this to where you live, or the type of situations you'll be placed in, or you believe you'll be placed in. This will not repair broken limb, or severed limbs or something, but this will take care of 95% of the stuff you will be dealing with. So let's start over here on the right. A good multi-tool, always a good thing to have, for obvious reasons. It's got a knife on board, it's actually got 2 knives on board, and a good pair of grips to pull things out of the human body. Multi-tool is never a bad thing to have on your person for any situation, and especially in this case. Light, 12 hours a day is in darkness, so it's always good to have light. We can't see at night like most animals can. We're at that disadvantage, so you get hurt at night. You can't see. You're waiting till morning, or you're going to make a botched job trying to repair yourself at night. So some places have more than 12 hours, some places have less, I know that, but having light is paramount to survival. Saline wound wash. Basically just salt water. This is a pressurized container instead of the traditional pouring methods. This will blow the dirt out of the wound. Any type of wound. It's painless and so forth, but this is a must-have. Because bacteria, a wound is dangerous, sure, but an infection is twice as dangerous. So getting that stuff out of there is key. Lighter for cleaning said tools of any sort, knives and so forth. This is key to killing germs. Again, infections way worse than the wound itself in most cases. Polyswarm, bacitracin. This is multiple, immuno, polyimmuno. I know there's a difference here between the two. I'm not a doctor, so I can't really fully explain it. I'm not fully aware, but I know that Polysporin is generally the better of the two. Both of these are great. Step 1, a wound wash, blow it out. Step 2, pack it full of one of these because germs cannot and will not grow in that injury with either of these packed inside of it. Be careful, Band-Aids will not stick with this, so try to keep it clean and wipe off the excess from around the wound. Eye drops, pretty straightforward. I don't know if these are better than any of the rest, but these are just eye drops I've used and found that have worked. If you can't see, you can't repair. Once again, it's all about sight. This is gauze tape. It is. I don't know what the line is. There's the line. It's gauze, but it's sticky on one side, so you can use it straight on the human body. It will not stick to blood. This is the cool thing about it. It won't stick to coagulated blood. Chemically, it'll stick to skin, but it will not stick to blood. Somehow, it distinguishes between the two. So, chemically, that's a marvel right there. That's wonderful. You can put it right on skin. I wouldn't recommend it because it really hurts if you've got hairy legs. Females, not that big of a deal, but that's a great thing to have. Worst comes to worst, I'm not really worried about some hair stinging pain for repairing me up, so that's good. It's cheap too. Hydrocortisone cream, itches, burns. I've got probably 15 of these. They're just little packets of it, usually enough, 1 per wound. Great stuff to have. Band-Aids. Who doesn't have Band-Aids? These are antibacterial. They're the same price. It just, in the pad in here, it's got something that's, kills bacteria or does not allow bacteria to grow. For the same price, I figure what the heck, might as well go with it. Butterfly Band-Aids. These are pretty big ones. You can tell, good size ones. I've got multiples in this box of all sizes. Those are great to have. They work well. I've found if you can use normal Band-Aid for most butterfly stuff. It's not like these are, I guess they might be better in some stances, but I've never experienced the need for butterfly Band-Aids. I just happened to acquire some, so they're here. Worth having. Gauze tape. This is I want to say a 3 yard, 3 yards of it. So it's about 10 feet of gauze, a roll of gauze. I've got 2 of these currently. I probably should pick up a 3rd, just because most wounds you're going to need that much roll for are going to bleed a lot. But I've got 2 right now. Gauze is a mandatory. So are these. These are just gauze pads. They're kind of thick. I think they're like 4 thick or 5 rollover thicks. 4 by 4 inches. I know these are big right now, and you can tell the size of my hand. They're big. The only thing is, you go big, you get trimmed down. You get small ones, you can't make them bigger. I mean, you can unfold them, but they're going to be thinner and thinner as you unfold. So buy big, always trim them down, or use just this giant pad. Those work wonderfully. Be careful sticking these directly to wounds. These will stick to blood, or blood will stick to these, and by peeling them off, you will open the wound. Just FYI, most of us know that. Some who don't, now you do. Tweezers, I got two tight. I get the flat angle, whatever bladed, and then the pointy. Tweezers are great because multi-tools, sometimes, depending on how great the alignment is in your multi-tool, they will not grab things that small. So tweezers, splinters, that cause infection. So, an infection in a finger, that finger's out of commission. A finger out of commission is no good. That gets worse, a hand out of commission, just from a splinter. So tweezers, they're small, pack them, keep them. Extra strength pain powder. This, I found, I love it. I don't like the taste, but I love the stuff. It's basically just crushed up Tylenol or crushed up aspirin, Aleve, whatever. It's super fast because it's so much more surface area for your body to digest instantly. But anyways, if that doesn't work, or you don't like the taste, or you can't stand taking it this way, you've got the pills. I believe these are Aleve, like 12-hour Aleve, and those are Tylenol. I've used a bunch, as you can tell. There's not many left, but this is a good thing to have. And I should double Ziploc this because you do not want these getting wet. They will be useless once they've been wet. Here I've got some really tiny rope. It's very small in diameter, which is great for tourniquets. You just wrap it and put it around above the wound. I put it 3 to 4 inches above the wound. I know there's like a guideline to it, but I put 3 to 4 inches above the wound if I can. Get it pretty tight, stick a stick underneath of it or something that will not break, and just start twisting away until it should be painful. When you put a tourniquet on somebody, this should be more painful than the wound. As a general guideline, that tells you how when you'll stop the blood. Because a person often, if you have to use a tourniquet, if it gets to the point where you have to use a tourniquet, they usually will bleed out before they will lose their leg due to blood starvation. So it's always good to starve the leg of blood rather than let them bleed out. These are just moist towelettes, antibacterial towelettes. You can pick them up most anywhere. Clean hands mean a clean job. These are gloves. This is the bag that everything goes in, including the box, but gloves, clean hands, so forth. Key, once again, Germ-X here. I don't know why it's in a yellow bottle. I remember there's like a special advertisement, but it's normal Germ-X. And then a whistle, because getting separated and being injured, never a good thing. But being able to be heard is being rescued or being found. So if you can't patch yourself up, someone else can. The only way to get someone else is to be noticed. And so, boom, between that, fire, and light, you're going to get noticed. So that's the survival kit. Most all of those things are fit in the other kit over there on the floor, or in this box itself, which go in the bag, which in turn goes in the main bag. So that is your kit right there. Pretty straightforward, pretty simple. You can add a few things. If you have a bigger box, I would suggest adding a few things for sure. There's some things I feel I'm not fully prepared on, but I don't have the money currently to dish out and go buy new equipment just for an eventuality that I'm not too sure will occur. So this is a good one for the truck, for an off-roader, for a camper, for a hiker, for someone who's into being a little prepared but not being a freak about it. This is a good kit to start with.